What up? Good morning. Good morning. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm back. Amen. Amen. Yes, I remember. What's good? What's going on?
Not hesitate to apologize. The apology he made was addressed to the people of the region. There was no internal disagreement within our system. As for why President Pezeshkian's constructive approach did not succeed, the reason lies with the United States and President Trump himself. Immediately after Dr. Pezeshkian's statement, the US President posted a tweet describing the apology as a sign of defeat and declaring that Iran had been defeated using very insulting language. In reality, Mr. Trump killed this approach from the start. He prevented the emergence of a new atmosphere and a new perspective between us and the regional countries. Ultimately, everything about the current situation is the Americans' fault. They must answer, not only to their own people, but also to our people, to the people of the region, and to history in the future. This war is not our war, not the war of the American people, nor
Yes, I remember you.
It is America's war.
I told you I remember you when you first came in.
Itself.
Every time you come in here, you ask, do I remember you? Of course.
It's a war of choice. Yeah, but you're losing friends. Alongside with this war, you're losing friends. Because now, for example, in countries like Iran, Qatar, UAE, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, which you had a deal with, and China.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Iraq, Turkey.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Countries of the region.
Our
Good
people
morning.
are our best friends. First and foremost, we must protect them. We must not bargain with the lives of our people because of friends who are making mistakes. Our friends have given the United States military bases over the past 47 years. Over the past 47 years, our friends have built very good relations with the United States, which has been our enemy. They have provided a wide range of services to the United States, and they continue to do so. Some of our friends have established relations with Israel, which is the greatest enemy of the Islamic world. Even now, some of our friends are allowing their territory to be used against us. I do not know whether they officially allow it or not, but their territories are being used. CENTCOM openly says that, for example, HIMARS short-range missiles are being launched from inside regional countries. When 3 American F-15 aircraft in Kuwait are said to have been mistakenly shot down, no one asks what they were doing in Kuwait. Obviously, they were passing through Kuwait's airspace on their way towards Iran. For us, protecting the lives of our people is more important than anything else. We hope our friends understand this and realize that over the past 47 years, we have been neighbors and friends. But certain actions have ultimately led to the situation we see today.
Good morning, great day. What a day to be alive. Thank God for waking us up this morning. Amen. Because that's what it's about. That's what it's ultimately about.
And also creating a situation of an international crisis, especially with the closure or at least the situation that is in the Hormuz Strait, which is almost a closure.
Did we start it? We did not start it. This war was imposed on us, and we had warned about it in advance. We did not turn this into a regional war simply because attacks are coming from countries in the region. Their military bases in the region are being used against us. It is the United States that has turned it into a regional war, not us.
I would like to understand your vision towards the Strait of Hormuz, the closure. You've been saying that everyone is still allowed to pass except for the enemies of Iran. Also, we've heard reports that Iran is putting a condition that there should be transactions in yuan for ships to pass. Also, we heard in the leader's statement that also probably Yemen could enter, and then there are a lot of indications Bab al-Mandab could close. Is Iran trying to suffocate the international economy?
I will repeat, this war is not our war. We did not start it. The United States started it and is responsible for all the consequences of this war, human and financial, whether for Iran, for the region, or for the entire world. The United States must be held accountable. From our perspective, this is a waterway located next to Iran. Naturally, we will not allow our enemies to use this waterway. At the same time, a war is taking place around it, and naturally, many ships and countries may not want to use this route due to insecurity. Some countries contact us to discuss safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz, and we try to provide them with the conditions for such passage. In my view, we need to design new arrangements for the Strait of Hormuz and the way ships pass through it in the future, after the war, so that peaceful navigation through this waterway can be permanently maintained under clear regulations with consideration for Iran's interests and the interests of the region. I believe that after the war, the first step should be drafting a new protocol for the Strait of Hormuz. Naturally, this should be done between the countries that lie on both sides of the strait, as they are the principal parties in this matter, and it should guarantee that safe passage through the strait takes place under specific conditions.
Upon whose conditions? You say special conditions.
Conditions that ensure peacefulness. We do not want to witness another war in the region, and we do not want to see the strait closed again. There must be regulations and conditions established that guarantee lasting peace in this region.
What about the Americans now? Yesterday we heard President Trump saying that there are possibilities to reach somewhere. Now, there is nothing solid in what he said, but it's clear that the Americans are in a situation where they're waiting Iran to make the first step.
In my view, the Americans were drawn into this war by Israel, more precisely by Netanyahu himself, and I think they themselves do not even know what their ultimate objective is. Every day they talk about something different. Once about regime change, once about dividing Iran, once about the collapse of the government, and once about unconditional surrender. All this was based on a miscalculation, and now they have realized that because of it, they have found themselves in a difficult situation. Those who were demanding unconditional surrender from us are now forced to seek help, even from their own adversaries, to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, inviting other countries and saying, please help. In my opinion, the United States started this war and must also acknowledge that it made a mistake and put an end to its aggression. We are not seeking a ceasefire because we do not want this scenario to be repeated again after some time. Rather, we want the war to end completely and permanently.
In the whole region or just in Iran? Because there's another front in Lebanon.
Iran's saying they want peace.
We desire
They don't understand why they being
the
attacked.
entire region, encompassing all the countries
Like,
within
it don't make no sense. That's why everybody
There's
feel like it's a
ceasefire
distraction.
is offered. And a lot of guarantees that this is not going to be repeated, but the war, for example, in Lebanon will continue. this war stop?
I don't think so. First of all, we do not believe in a ceasefire. We believe in ending the war. And ending the war means exactly that, ending the war on all fronts. I think this is also in the interest of peace in the region, that once and for all, the issue of war in the region is resolved, and that we witness peace throughout the region, in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Iran, and in other countries of the region. The region should become a stable region characterized by peace, development, and progress. I believe that peace in the region must be comprehensive, encompassing all dimensions of peace and including all countries.
همه ابعاد صلح در نظر بگیریم و همه کشورها در بر. Now, given the fact that right now we are in a new era in Iran, in the middle of the war, and change the game.
Shit, first I gotta get some donations so I could donate to yours. I would kindly. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Trust me, if I'm looking for that type of support, I wouldn't ask for nothing that I wouldn't do. What up, though? Good morning. Double tap for the like. Double tap, double tap. Yo, let me go live on TikTok too. Let me live stream on TikTok too. Even though TikTok is a lot of games to be played. TikTok play a lot of games. Live on TikTok and YouTube. What up? Gang, gang. Hello, Fernando. Hello, Steve Wilkos. We know you're not the real Steve Wilkos. We know that already. We already know that. What up? What up, YouTube world? Happy Good Friday. Happy Friday. Thank you for the double tap. You know that. I already know who double tapped that one. Factual, actually. What up, Tisha? Look, I said I already know who gave that double tap. You hear me? I already knew who gave that double tap. Yeah. What up, TikTok world? Hello, YouTube world. I'm live on TikTok and YouTube. What it do? What's the business? We turning TikTok and YouTube up. What up? Day. What's up, my niece? How you doing? Yeah, we live on YouTube too. You heard me? Straight up. What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? I come in peace. Go back in the front. Bring it here. Thank you, Daddy. Love you. Love you, my baby. You're on a field trip again today, Tisha? I hope you brought some of that candy with you to work. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, this is my favorite candy right here today. I officially found out my favorite candy. I found out my favorite candy. This is kiwi slices, sour kiwi slices, man. This right here. Yes, what up, Pat Pat? Thank you for the badge, Pat Pat. Hey, man. This that TikTok candy, you hear me? Ooh, wee. Man, this right here, you can't go wrong with this right here. That's a fact. You can't go wrong with this right here. Hello, my favorite snack. This is my favorite snack right here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm mad that it's finished. Let me tell you, Tisha, this pack over here, I finished this pack as soon as it was delivered. I couldn't look. I had it on the table. I tasted one. I walked away from the table, finished it, walked right back to the table, took 2 of them, finished it. I didn't plan on finishing the whole pack. Walked away, came back, took 3, and just kept coming back until the pack was on E. Yeah, facts. TikTok candy, man. Shout out to our people for ordering this TikTok candy for us. Oh my goodness. What up, TikTok? What up, YouTube? Yeah, I appreciate that one. Ooh, my taste buds was up last night. I wish I had one so I could taste test for y'all. Oh my goodness. Gummy sour kiwi slices. Yeah, nah, facts, yeah, definitely. Hey, we getting lit today, Tisha. Today lit day, you hear me? Today lit day, straight up. FYP. What FYP mean? I don't even know what that means. Y'all gotta get me hip to the little slang. Why, mama? Yeah, say thank you, Daddy. My daughter watching YouTube. Every time it comes to a commercial, she gotta come back for me to fix it. Hello, Brittany. Hello, Alfam. Hello, George. How y'all doing? I don't know what FYP means, though. Whatever FYP means. Oh, Pat, what FYP means? Yeah, today lit day. Lit day. Hello, Candy Carter. Hello, Maria. Oh, okay. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate that. Thank you for that info, Pat. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you for pushing my lives out, Pat. See, I gotta get hip to this social media stuff. You feel me? I gotta get hip, man. Yeah, hey, thank y'all for pushing my views up, man. We up, man. We up, straight up. Can't nobody tell me we ain't, you hear me? Straight up, hello, sweetie. I don't mean like that, but that's your name on your page. Yes, rest in peace, Chuck Norris, man. Rest in peace to Chuck Norris, for real. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me end this. Let me switch this up. Because now I see why YouTube is violating me. I mean, why TikTok is violating me. I see why TikTok is violating me. I gotta. Okay. Okay, there you go. Yes, rest in peace to Chuck Norris, man. I just heard about that this morning. Rest in peace to the OG, man. Chuck Norris is definitely a legend. I definitely remember him. I mean, I forgot about him. I ain't heard from him in years, but definitely would not forget his name. I'm not gonna say I wasn't the biggest fan. I was the biggest fan of him. I'm not really into his movies like that, you know. That wasn't my type of movies, but he was so famous, I definitely knew him. Cesar Chavez. Wait, what about? I've been hearing that name. What's going on with Cesar Chavez? I don't know what's going on. What's the news on Cesar Chavez? Because I've been seeing that a lot in people's comments and things like that. What happened? What happened with Cesar Chavez? I've been hearing that name a whole lot. Hold on, let me end this live because on TikTok, because I don't understand their violations. I'm not even violating. What am I doing on there? What am I doing? Like, please tell me. Let me tell y'all about this other guy. This guy, he scammed $30,000, right? But let me tell you how he scammed $30,000. He pretended to be pretended to be a Trump supporter, and he was able to raise $30,000. You see how that go? I'm not doing these things to raise money. People are tricking people to raise money. I'm telling people simply what I want. And they got people like that that's doing things like that. And I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a politician supporter, just period. But this guy, I'm definitely not a Trump supporter. This guy tricked supporters into thinking that he supports Trump, so he was able to get some support from the Trump supporters. You get it? I get it. Yeah, it's a lot, it's a lot, it's a lot. It's a lot. This candy right here. This candy right here. Can't nobody tell me about that one. This candy right here. Oh my goodness. But let me sit this one right here. Now this one was kind of neat. I got a couple of things to show y'all. Hold on. This one was kind of neat. Hold on. This one was a little different. Hold on, hold on. Wait, I gotta show y'all. I just seen it. Hold on, I just seen it. I just seen it. I passed it up. I don't know. Damn, I know. What am I looking for? There we go. There you go, right there. Joe Kent, who resigned as Donald Trump's counterterrorism director over Iran war, says He was blocked from investigating Trump's Butler assassination attempt and Charlie Kirk's murder. I didn't notice that Trump is blocking this guy from investigating Charlie Kirk's murder. Why is that? What's going on with that, y'all? Do y'all understand that? Yeah, what's going on with Cesar Chavez, Tisha? But Trump blocked authorities, the leader of the authority, the director, from investigating Charlie Kirk's unaliving. What's going on with that? Let me find it. Where he was saying it. He had an interview talking about it.
He was supposed to wear a rematch patch on his shorts. He didn't. And he's going to have to pay $100,000 for that. Breached another confidential, like he can't speak about anything, money, how much he got paid or whatnot. And we asked him to retract his statements. And he didn't. We gave him some time. We didn't want to do it. Now we're going to do it. So, yeah, we tried. We tried working with him and WAC, and they weren't really fucking with him. There's actual contractual obligation that he didn't follow, so he breached. He was supposed to wear a rematch patch on his shorts, and he didn't. And he's going to have to pay $100,000 for that. Breached another confidential, like he can't speak about anything, money, how much he got paid or whatnot. And we asked him to retract his statements, and he didn't. We gave him some time. We didn't want to do it. Now we're going to do it. So, yeah, we tried. We tried working with him and WAC, and they weren't really fucking with it. And they didn't want to work with us, so it sucks. But yeah, we tried. I literally wanted to pay him multiple times. You could ask Hack. Every fighter got paid after bringers. Every fighter. Everybody's paid except him. Why? Because you can't go around saying that shit's rigged, and you can't not wear a rainback patch on your shorts when you contractually sign an obligation. And,
damn, so now y'all want to pay Blueface?
Can't talk about how much
Aiden Ross don't want to play Blueface
so, yeah, it sucks
for his fight because he had an opinion.
He's probably one of the worst people to ever work with when it comes to business, ever.
I keep with the same to hell.
Minding my own business, driving down to play some tennis, and the next thing you know, hundreds of millions of views. So both you got from New York.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Lauren Rosa, and this is the latest with Lauren Rosa. So listen, there are photos, videos, all of these things circulating right now.
I knew that wasn't true.
And Marlo Hampton out at brunch.
Because Tyler Perry don't date women.
Now let's talk a bit about whether they're dating or not, because no, they are not dating. I'm told he's never even met her before this brunch by Jason Lee.
Yeah, he don't like women at all, so we finding out that wasn't real, you hear me? That wasn't real. They just met at a brunch and people took a picture, and you know how blogs do. Blogs make them, just like they make up things about us all day. They just assumed that that's his woman. Go ask Mama. I don't have it. Mama has it. Mama has it. Go get it for Mama. Don't start. Don't start early. You can't get it then.
I know you PG woman, but suck my dick. Like, yeah, that's what I said. I'm telling you, as PG motherfucking fiance, suck my
Go
dick.
get it for Mama.
You fucking come guzzling fucking slut.
Mama got it. No, Mama got it.
You a motherfucking cum stain. That's all you ever gonna be.
This nigga treats you like a high almighty. Cause he a fucking dope fiend, bitch. A ghost of dope fiend, you would be a queen. I wouldn't be caught dead running around with your ass eating ass, with your booty biting ass. Your mom introduced you into the business, and then you became an independent contractor. You fucking bum, skeezer ass fucking loser. You're out here living this fucking lie. Hey, you like my jacket? This jacket is so cute, bitch. I like vroom vroom, big vroom vroom. Ah, bitch. Oh, Lord.
I understand that. I'm curious why you don't think disowning a child for being gay is homophobic.
What I do with my children is up to me.
Of course.
I don't agree with you. I went to Epstein's Island and had a free course with Ghislaine Maxwell and Morrison.
Trump administration sues Harvard over its treatment over Jewish students once federal money returned. Now Trump trying to take money back from black colleges. Oh my goodness. I don't know why. It's like Trump speaks about racism towards Jews and whites, and he doesn't speak about the racism towards blacks. He never mentions not one word of white supremacy. He never mentions word about the KKK, the people that march in the streets using their freedom of speech to say how much they hate black people. But I don't know. Trump is backwards. I don't know. What?
I'm not even pointing to just the logical flaw there. I'm just pointing to the fact that Donald Trump has. Oh, Ross, do you think? Again, you wrote that book, Decoding Iran's Foreign Policy. Do you think that's possible?
No. I mean, anything is possible, Cyril, but I think, remember, going back to Bill Dundegar's comment about the conflict starting in 2018 when Donald Trump walked away from the nuclear deal, the theory of change there was that if you impose maximum pressure sanctions, eventually the regime will capitulate because people will rise up. People were hurt, but they didn't rise up, and the regime strengthened and actually reinforced the position of the hardliners. So I think that theory of change has been disproven all along. But I think it's also important to realize that negotiations are just part of the tip of the iceberg in terms of bargaining. And that is that we're dealing with fighting on the ground, and that's part of the bargaining process. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're correct. I stand corrected. We're dealing with fighting, right?
Right.
And when in the middle of battle, that is part of the bargaining process. And I think what the Iranians are very clear about is that they have to leave this battle with some kind of escalation dominance, number one, and having recreated and re-engineered deterrence. And that we don't see. So will there be opportunities for off-ramps and for negotiations? Yes. The other thing I think is very, very important is that if nature had taken its course and Ali Khamenei had died, right?
Okay. Doja Cat says she sent her deadbeat father gay porn as a link to buy tickets to her show in Pretoria. Go to this link, you can get a ticket. Man.
On a lighter note, I was messaging my father because he's here in Africa, and he said, that he couldn't make it to my show because I don't message him enough and I didn't call him on WhatsApp. So I sent him gay porn and I said, if you go to this link, you can get a ticket. It's super duper easy. And he said, oh yes, I will send this to my management. My management will handle all of this at the moment. I'm just very busy doing costuming. On a lighter note, very busy right now. And I can't get to the phone. What I'm seeing is gay porn. It's like a porno on my screen.
That was very disrespectful to send your daddy GAY porn. That's very disrespectful. You should never send your dad that.
I haven't dealt with Shanita. My name is 24. You know what I mean? I haven't dealt with Shanita in over 2 decades. You don't make that shit make sense, okay? So I don't know what she feel. That's my baby daddy. And all this. I don't give a fuck about none of that, okay? All right? Let's just start there, okay? And see all that stupid ass shit? I'm about to add out and all this dumb ass shit. Listen, man. You just see how the boy just ran down on us to stop the DJ? It was out there. All of that shit. You know what I mean? Number one, I wasn't on no bullshit. No, it don't seem like nobody was on that. Number two, that was gonna be a backlash on me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I was out here, oh, that's trail daughter, his baby mama, and now into it. That's all it was gonna. That's all it needed to be. That was gonna be a backlash on me. Come on, man. And Shanita at this, if I'm 42, Shanita older than me. At this big old fucking age, you talking about ass something out? Man, sit your stupid ass down. You gonna get 100 years. Dummy. Since you want ass something out. Hey, I'm like, calm down. Niggas all this shit. Like, y'all about. So that's what y'all do. I say, calm down. I'm about to come. And that's what made us, we stopped because she wanted to see the Indians, but we was like, let's run to the coast and get the energy drink. But then, I see you, I'm like, let me let you know ahead of time before you walk into the dangerous grounds, because it's already dangerous grounds. What would be going on? I wasn't at the same location, yes. I was out in the vicinity, but I wasn't in the location where they was. Listen, look, Shanita is older than me. She's older than me by a few years. My daughter is 27. So make that make sense. Or you just, Nisha, you've been here. So it's not her being a cougar. Did you not just hear me say, I haven't dealt with this woman and I have not. In so many words, she was a cougar once upon a time. She older than you. You was in. She was a cougar at once upon a time. So she was a cougar, man. So, y'all know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So, the crazy thing about this is, you know what I mean? Basically, what I'm saying is, one thing is to be grown, and another thing is to be grown and stupid. I hate the fact that everywhere y'all going, you see her, you gonna act like that, like you go on there, because at the end of the day, she gonna be around any of these, the same percentage you like to be around. So, like, it ain't gonna make no sense. Either y'all gonna fight, get it over with, get it off y'all chest, or y'all gonna let that shit go. Real talk. But listen, it's the thing, what is the real problem? You. Let's make it make sense, you. And you didn't do anything, but we're gonna be 100% honest about the whole ordeal issue. And I ain't saying you did nothing to provoke it, to make it your fault, but it's you. You know how it go, man. Stop making crazy. But this my thing. How could you even be in your feelings or even have any feeling
About a nigga we ain't fuck with in over 20 years. I get it, boy. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid, childish, and fucking dumb. I'm blowing bubbles and people booty hole, child. I'm blowing bubbles and people booty hole when they like that.
What up, what up, what up? Thank you for the double taps. I appreciate that.
You know, it feels good to decide what I'm seeing.
Let me listen to this new Young Boy and Coil Ray song and get my reaction. Double tap, double tap. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. What's going on? Oh, we chilling, you hear me? We just chilling. What? When mama get up, we gonna find yours, okay?
No, get it on my...
He on it?
Yeah.
He's sitting on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't mean to be here. I went in the door without that. I went in the door without that.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, I got it. I got it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I got one left over here, you hear me? I'm happy I got one left. I was about to finish it all last night, you hear me? It feel good when you ain't finish it all the night before and you can get back to it the next day. Because the first one is always the best one. The first one of the day is always the best one. What up, bro? What? What? I'm live on my phone. You can't use my phone. Hey, Brenda Piper, how you doing? Come on, bro, chill out. You gotta chill out, bro. Facts, facts. Well, tell mama. Mama gonna give it to you. Mama gonna give it to you. Mama in the bathroom. Go ahead. Always, always. Yes, I'm blessed as always too. God is good. God is great. What y'all plans for the day on this good old Friday? I hope y'all enjoy y'all week and have a blessed weekend. Wait. What's the plans for the day, man? What y'all cooking for dinner? What y'all weekend looking like? Let me get on my little poker game, my live poker. Chilling like it, villain, you know, just ready to enjoy this day and see what this day brings, you know. You feel me? But yeah, man, it's a lot going on in this social media world, man. Hold on. I just seen this guy. What about this guy? Now, I ain't a Trump supporter, but, you know, this the things I be talking about when it comes to raising money. TikTok says he scammed Mega out of $30,000 by pretending to support Trump. Okay, because somebody else has the phone. You got to get the iPad. It's on the bed. Go get it. It's on the end of the bed. It's on the bed, under the cover. But yeah, man, this how they getting money. I'm not getting money this way. I'd rather stay broke before I steal. Let's start there. What about this guy that looked like Jeffrey Epstein? What about this guy that looked like Jeffrey Epstein? He went viral for driving in the car. He finally responded.
Daddy, I found the phone. Daddy, I found the phone. Daddy.
It's dead. The battery dead. You gotta ask mama for the charge. Mama got the charger. It's on by mama bed. And amen. Rest in peace to this guy. This is a guy from Iran. Iran publicly executes team champion wrestler for protesting regime. This was going on in Iran. And Iran's government did say that anybody in Iran, if you're a citizen of Iran, if you protest, this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna have consequences. So he got executed just for protesting. See, now I don't agree with that. Bruh. Come on, stop with all that whining, bruh. Stop with all that whining. Okay. All right.
On the phone to Trump to initiate the war, and then after the war started, was on the phone advocating that he finish it or complete it, whatever that means. So it's not surprising that Iran doesn't want to get into a conflict where it's everyone against them, but they want to raise the cost of this to the U.S. so the U.S. doesn't come back in 6 months and we do this all over again like we did 6 months earlier. So it's really, who can take more pain here? Can the U.S. take the political pain, economic pain, or will Iran run out of drones and missiles first, or reach a threshold where their pain is too great? And that's why we're in uncertainty. We're in a dangerous period of uncertainty where this could definitely escalate if either side chooses to move in that direction.
Sorry, Jim, I'm just going to interrupt you there. I want to bring your point to Mohsen in Tehran. Mohsen, it's a very interesting point, right? What is the pain threshold here for Iran? How much pounding of their capital cities can they take, destruction of oil facilities, etc., before they have to go to the negotiating table?
The negotiating table, we don't see here in Tehran any sign of the other side to be interested in diplomacy or negotiation, because negotiation table was in reach and they were sitting around it. But in the middle of negotiations, this attack was initiated. Therefore, Iran is a large country. I mean, that can merge the whole economy of the world in this conflict. I mean, I don't see an end to it, because two bad acts cannot result in a good thing. Then continuing pounding Iran cannot bring negotiation or conciliation. The first step is to cease the hostilities, then think about any viable or sustainable peace. Otherwise, with the force, you cannot bring people
to the negotiation, and even if you have a negotiation under fire, that negotiation cannot be legally binding in future. Therefore, they need to first cease the hostilities and then think about the negotiations. Right. Iran always has been ready for negotiations, but at this time,
I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there because
and again they attacked him.
Well, that's the exact point, right, Jim? There were negotiations taking place. They were taking place on the eve of the war. Now, but we talk about, appetite for destruction here, as it were. One of the key things Iran is doing is forcing global energy prices to spike. At some point, if it does, I mean, oil is already at, 116, that kind of level.
Hold up. Iran publicly executes team champion wrestler for protesting regime. You can't even protest up there. I don't agree with the war with the United States, but I also don't agree with some of their laws. And, of course, we are legally able to protest in America. But you see what we have over here in Iran. Of course, a lot of these countries, I don't agree with their laws, but it still don't make me say that I approve any wars going on, if that makes sense. You feel me? But yeah, that's what's going on with this guy. According to reports, the Houston Health Department has temporarily shut down Tina Knowles' gumbo business. Beyonce's mama's gumbo business. The health department has shut her business down for whatever reasons. I don't know what's going on with her food, contamination, dirtiness, or whatever, but they have temporarily shut her business down. Yes. What's going on? Like, for real. A lot going on in the news. Tasha K is selling a house now. It's up for sale. And she got a $3.5 million GoFundMe up because Cardi B has been awarded $3.5 million. So she has a house up for sale right under $1 million. 800 and something thousand for sale for a house. She says serious inquiries only. So she's selling her house and raising the GoFundMe so that she could pay off Cardi B. It done got serious. Facts, because she's gone. Tasha K is desperate for tea. It don't matter if you making something up. If anybody can make up something about a celebrity, Tasha K wants to interview you. Now she wants to interview the girl that's accusing Boosie. Like, it's crazy. This, like, I don't know, but Tasha K, she do got to be careful now. With this last thing about Boosie or her doing that, she deserves to be sued and lose everything that she got. I'm sorry. Because you got a platform, and when you use your platform to bring people down or to put the worst of accusations on somebody, that's how it happens, like it happened with Cardi B. Yeah, I don't know where she came from. Just one day I seen her out the blue on the internet. I thought she was cool with a Boosie because she made a skit about Boosie that was real funny, and Boosie actually liked the skit. So, but yeah, man. And she raising $3.5 million. and selling a house. So the supporters is paying off a lawsuit to Cardi B. And my kids need a house. Tasha K, since the people is donating all this money to you, can you give my kids this house? I'll take that. I'll take that and shut up. I'll take that and shut up. I'm just being real. I told y'all Tasha K got a house. This is a house, and she's raising $3.5 million. She's way more stable than struggling families with kids. She's way more stable than struggling families with kids. Can we start there first? I'm just saying.
Okay, alright, so we bumped it. It's a 20, just to be clear, it's a 20K bet with me and Aiden. I'm giving you half this Chico. I'm giving you half this Chico, so make this shit for us. I'm giving you half of that. Okay, whatever it is, I'm gonna do it. Okay, alright, so we bumped it. It's a 20, just to be clear, it's a 20K bet with me and Aiden.
Yeah, but Tasha K, we gonna have to get that bread. So Tasha K can't tell me nothing. Tasha K can't tell me nothing. That's what's really gonna happen. Hold on, and I'm about to make a video. Hold on, let me find a picture so I can make it clear. Wait, what? WAC 100 responds to Aiden Ross accusing him of sexual misconduct after not playing Blueface. You continue to make sexual advances at me. Wait, what?
9:15, y'all tune in. I'm sorry I had to come to this, but 100 So YouTube channel, the truth about Aiden Ross in the boxing match, right? And his sexual advances at people. Hate to say it, but he tried his bully tactics, and I guess he thought we was gonna go street, and we kept it corporate. Aiden, nothing in the contract supports what you're talking about. We'll play the long game. But now I want you to tell the people on how you tried to use your Jewish ties for whatever reason, as if I had a problem with you being Jewish, and how you continue to make sexual advances at me. Just the other day, after I asked you time and time again, can you please respect that I'm a straight man? You know we got the content. Yeah, we got the content. 9:15, we up. I want you to tell the people on how you tried to use your Jewish ties for whatever reason, as if I had a problem with you being Jewish, and how you continue to make sexual advances at me. Just the other day, after I asked you time and time again, can you please respect that I'm a straight man? You know we got the content.
There's actual contractual obligation that he found multiple times. You could ask Hack.
Yeah, I mean, you do, Aiden Ross, I ain't gonna lie to you. You do be making, now whether you plan or not for the content, but Aiden Ross do be making sexual advances towards men. And, you know, that's what I call Illuminati. That's what I call Illuminati, if you ask me. But Aiden Ross do be doing some uncomfortable things with men. I'm just being real. And I see it on the content all the time.
And like, have you ever been like obsessed with one of your dad's girlfriends besides your mom? Like, did you ever like, I want you to be with her?
Yeah, I had a stepmom for a
Really?
very, like, his first, like, after my mom, my dad's first ever.
The Pentagon asked the White House for $200 billion for Iran war supplemental. Can you confirm this, and can you explain why a package this? There was a report last night that the Pentagon asked the White House for $200 billion for Iran war supplemental. Can you confirm this, and can you explain why a package this large is necessary?
As far as $200 billion, I think that number could move, obviously. It takes money to kill bad guys. So we're going back to Congress and folks there to ensure that we're properly funded for what's been done, for what we may have to do in the future. Ensure that our ammunition is, everything's refilled, and not just refilled, but above and beyond. I mean, President Trump, as he said, rebuilt the military in his first term, didn't think he'd use it as dynamically in his second, but he had. So thank goodness he did that. And an investment like this is meant to say, hey, we'll replace anything that was spent. And now that we're reviving our defense industrial base and rebuilding the arsenal of freedom and cutting deals like our great deputy secretaries here is doing, long lead times on exquisite munitions, we're going to be refilled faster than anyone imagined. And I think, we're also still dealing with the environment that Joe Biden created, which was depleting those stockholds and not sending them to our own military, but to Ukraine, which is every time we reach back and look at any sort of a challenge we have, it goes back to...
Well, I can't even listen to you no more. I'm sorry, I can't even listen to you more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Doing too much. Doing too much. Doing too much, bro. Wowza.
Chris Wright tweeted out that the U.S. Navy was escorting ships through the Strait of Hormuz, when in fact we weren't. Did he think they were? Did somebody tell him that we were? Did he have a good reason to believe it? When he did that, that wasn't even the start of how well the Trump administration is handling this teensy little problem Trump reportedly thought would be no big deal when he decided to launch an unprovoked war on Iran. Trump reportedly told his advisors that he did not believe Iran would close the Strait of Hormuz if he attacked Iran. Of course, Iran did. Then Trump's defense secretary said the Strait of Hormuz was open for transit. except for the small matter of the Iranians attacking ships that tried to pass through it. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln. Then Trump told Fox News that ship captains should, quote, show some guts and just sail through the strait because they had nothing to fear because Iran was defeated and wouldn't attack any more ships in the Strait of Hormuz. And then Iran attacked more ships in the Strait of Hormuz. And then Trump said that the U.S. Navy would be happy soon, very soon, to start escorting ships through the Strait of Hormuz. And then the Navy was like, no, my lord, no, we cannot do that. The memorable phrase there was that it would be a, quote, kill box for the United States Navy if they even tried to do that. Then, in advance of a presidential press conference today, Trump administration sources apparently told reporters that very soon, the U.S. government would be announcing a coalition of allies who would be working together to escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz. We were about to announce who our allies were going to be in this joint collective effort. And everybody printed it like that meant it was going to happen. When will you learn? Watch what they do, not what they say. Because then the president held that presidential press conference and he announced, quote, we don't need anybody to help us in the Strait of Hormuz. We don't need anybody. We can do it ourselves. Then he said that he'd be announcing very soon who, nevertheless, was going to be helping us in the Strait of Hormuz. Then he berated and insulted our allies for not doing anything to help us in the Strait of Hormuz. And then reporters all over the world started checking with their own governments. And indeed, whatever he thought he was announcing about other countries coming to help us in the Strait of Hormuz, nobody is coming to help. And in fact, he can't do it alone. And so, what do we got? Maybe look at a ballroom?
Right.
On the next TMZ Live, Children's Services knew about this Taylor Frankie Ball video for 3 years and yet did nothing. Why? On the next TMZ Live, Children's Services knew about this Taylor Frankie Ball video for 3 years and yet did nothing. Why?
crisis is temporary, and this operation will result in lower gas prices in the long term. Once the national security objectives of Operation Epic Fury are fully achieved, Americans will see oil and gas prices drop rapidly, potentially even lower than they were prior to the start of the operation. And we will live
White
in a
House
world
on
where
rising
Iran can no
gas
longer threaten the
prices
United States or
due
our
to
allies with a
conflict with
nuclear
Iran.
bomb. Let me be clear. It is a good thing to wipe out terrorists who indiscriminately target civilians and attempt to hold the global economy hostage. And President Trump should be commended for doing so. As the president made unequivocally clear to the remaining elements of this terrorist regime in his statement yesterday, if they do anything to stop the flow of oil or goods within the Strait of Hormuz, they will be hit by the world's most powerful military 20 times harder than they have been hit thus far.
Y'all shut up. Shut up all that nonsense. Shut up all that nonsense. Come on now, be real with it.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today to discuss this administration's massive cover-up of the Epstein files in order to conceal President Trump's involvement. This cover-up reached its apex last month when Attorney General Pam Bondi...
What do you say to Americans who are watching you right now who are scared? I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say. Go ahead.
In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts.
Well, I'm not a big fan of yours either, so
I understand.
To be honest,
You repeatedly said
you are the best.
You have a hydrogen car, and there's one problem, it blows up, you know? So I'm going to give that one to Peter. To let Peter start it off.
You said today that you had the biggest electoral margin since Ronald Reagan with 306 electoral votes. In fact, President Obama got 365 in 2008. President Obama 332, and George H.W. Bush 426 when he won as president. So why should Americans trust you when you're misrepresenting information?
I was just given. We had a very, very big margin.
The question is, why should Americans trust you when you accuse the information they receive of being fake when you're providing information that's not accurate?
I was given that information.
This guy is the most biased reporter, NBC. Peter is such a bias. You should be able to ask a question, same question in a better way. You are so obviously biased, and that's why the public has no confidence in the media. NBC News has less credibility, in my opinion, with guys like you than CNN.
In 1999, you said you were pro-choice in all respects.
What did I say? You didn't read it. Read the full statement of what I said. Read the full statement. Yeah, read the full statement.
You said Democrats would unleash a wave of violent crime that endangers families everywhere. Why are you pitting Americans? Why are you pitting Americans against one another, Peter?
What are you trying to be him?
No, I'm just asking a question.
Let me just tell you.
Why are you
sit down?
For the question,
NBC trying to get off the subject of what you just saw. You are a really, you're a terrible reporter. Number one, you don't have what it takes to be a reporter. You're not smart enough. But you're going to go into a subject about a jet that was given to the United States Air Force. You're a disgrace. No more questions from me. Go ahead, talk about that.
Please may we have a South African
Peterson. Terrible.
if they're committing genocide, why invite them to the White House? I'll be quiet. Sure, that's my question. No.
Let's go. I think it's a very nasty question, and I think it's a very bad signal that you're putting out to the American people. The American people are looking for answers, and they're looking for hope.
They are.
Doing sensationalism, and
but you're not doing it for us. Let's start there.
I don't call it Comcast, I call it Comcast. Let me just let me just say something. That's really bad reporting.
Yeah, right. So you say. So you say. Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that.
I had a whole plan at 14. When I graduated high school. What you mean? Oh, you had a miscarriage?
weeks ago, Westwood proposed to his girlfriend he's been dating since January, and she said yes. And now she's accusing him of beating, choking, and slamming her head off a table, causing a cut to her forehead that allegedly one of his boys glued shut, then telling her not to tell the police. A video posted by Baller Busters would show the police were called, and apparently they responded 9 deep to arrest him. Within the report will be a long list of injuries ranging from cuts, scratches, bruises, to even knots. With all this allegedly happening because he paid for her body to get done, she wore something too revealing without him. He felt that it was his, and he snapped. Want the full breakdown? Stay tuned to my channel.
I ate noodles with no packet. Cereal with the canned milk. The powder milk.
Are you crooked cops in the world that's doing?
Let me check my GoFundMe, man, because the donations is raining in. Let's go. Let's go. If you want to join the $5 Million Man March, all you got to do is go click that GoFundMe, type it in, donate your $5, and you are officially part of the $5 Million Man March. Straight up. Oh yeah, I was looking to shoot another video. Let me go see about what.
None of it makes sense. And I think people have awakened to this.
And to hear him after seeing that reporter almost being blown away, and he's like, Jesus wouldn't stand a chance with good or evil. You got to fight back, and I can't believe people don't see it our way and the threat that we're under. Bibi Netanyahu has been saying for 40 fucking years that Iran was 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon. Just like Donald Trump has been saying forever, 2 weeks he's going to fix the economy, 2 weeks he's going to bring down the cost of goods. 2 weeks in this war and a little bit of whatever. 2 weeks, everything is 2 weeks. We're going to have Medicare, Medicaid, we're going to have health care in 2 weeks. And none of it ever happens. And yet people are still
Y'all share the live, man. Double tap for the thumbs up.
By the cult leaders.
Our world is under a financial attack. The United States is under a financial, unaffordable attack. Let's start there. Money's being drained out of all our pockets. Money's being drained out of all our pockets. And we can't get help. I'm here to get help.
Start pranking your ass no. I hope when y'all go to functions, y'all talk about the line.
I'm the biggest streamer out here. I've been streaming for 129 days. What up? Y'all, I'll be back live later on. Y'all have a blessed day.